Hey, recently I've seen a video of a fellow who works at Uber, lives in Seattle. My old stopping grounds. I used to work on a commercial fishing boat back in the day in Seattle. I think it's a lovely city. But anyway, there's a video went viral of a Uber driver. He was crying. Obviously had some financial woes, not something I'm not unfamiliar with. But his issue was his customer didn't tip him. And he had to pay a parking fee and ended up costing more than what he put in, basically. And that's understandable. I think all the customers should tip. Or back in the day, it used to be listed that you don't need to tip on the Uber app, and it was much harder pre-pandemic. I've had to basically wait outside restaurants before. That kind of stuff seems to be in the past. So if you're not happy Uber driving now, you should go back to the past and see what it was like. I got a 97 rating now, I think. I haven't checked in a while. I'm not doing Uber right now. I'm just hanging out in my car, have some private space. But I'm going to tell you something much worse than not tipping us Uber drivers. And I'm going to start this off saying, I don't want to say all bad things about Uber. Uber has its good sides and its bad sides. I'm a college dropout. I'm dyslexic. So there's not a lot of jobs out there that'll let me plan around my life. My dad had cancer, and, I could take time off my job and not worry about losing it. And as of recently, and I don't know if I mentioned it, it can take up to like 5 hours for a customer to tip to come through. But as of recently, he beat cancer, but, he had a spill and broke his hip and his shoulder. So I've been kind of waiting on him, taking like a few hours to try to make a little bit of money for myself. And within, first day taking care of him, I had to make a living for myself. So I go out and get a hit for Popeyes and drive from Popeyes to Land O'Lakes. And this is really important, I think, for customers to know and to understand. Sometimes if you don't pick up the phone, you put us in danger. I go to this apartment complex. I got pictures of the guy in his truck and all that. You can look at it on my Instagram. Liquid Nate is my handle. I park here, I go, I find his apartment complex, I look for his actual apartment number. It's not listed on either entrance. I go and I speak to some women on the balcony, and they go, "Oh, I'll look around for you," or whatever. They may have called this, troglodyte who comes rolling up in his big, red truck and starts to, lecture me about, this is parking for, residents only. And I haven't been having a good day. I mean, this really, and maybe I wasn't as nice to him as I should have been. I didn't yell at him. I'm just like, yeah, sure, man. Look, I gotta make a living, yada, yada. But anyways, I'm going to leave because I make contact with the customer. The guy goes into his truck and pulls out like a fully decked out sniper rifle, scope, a little stabilizer thing that they put it, you put at the end so you can shoot it off the ground. And goes and stands in front of my car with a very menacing look on his face. Anyway, he if you look at him on Instagram, he kind of resembles the Zodiac Killer, I think. He has a serial killer look to him. And later on, like I got that job done. I need to report it to Uber. I talked to a police officer at a gas station. He told me it was out of his jurisdiction, but I could call the sheriff. Or, there's other means. I said, I'd like to take it up with the HOA, the Homeowners Association. Because I'm going to tell you, what's worse than this is getting dragged into court, being an insomniac for one. They run these court cases early. And two, I'm not going to get paid to go to court and put finger this dickhead. And there probably won't get convicted because I have pictures of him, but I didn't dare grab for my phone while he was holding a gun, because I didn't want to get shot. I didn't want him to think I was reaching for something. But I got out of there alive. I'm alive. I care about black people, white people, Uber drivers, Congress people, the birds in the sky, the little fox that roams my street at night, scavenging. But this kind of reminds me a little bit like, how Trayvon Martin got, cornered by this guy who thought he was some kind of noble person doing his community a service. And I don't know. It's kind of weird too. I'm an Uber driver and I'm taking care of my dad full time. And at the same time, this isn't about pro or anti-gun. Who knows if I had a gun, what I've done or didn't do, or in some scenarios may have even saved my life. But to me, I feel like my circumstances, what I go through, not necessarily, this is an exception. It's not a daily basis you get this kind of things, but I have had problems in the past, especially when it comes to customers not picking up their phones. I had a guy come cuss me out because I was on a dark country road, couldn't see where I was going, and ended up at the wrong house. Customer wasn't answering their phone. Finally, when they did, I was able to get there. My older car, the car I have now, has better lights. Just answer your phone. It's even better than, tipping should happen, but when you don't answer the phone, bad stuff like this can happen. And I just wanted to kind of make that, the centerpiece of all of this. And I'd like to also say that the people, the Republicans in Congress and representatives, it's like these kind of circumstances don't exist. Like somebody working for Uber, taking care of their pops, or you're just lazy, or you ain't pulling up yourself by the boot. Sometimes life will I just cussed, so bye kids who might be watching this. Sometimes it runs up on you and hits you with a bag of batteries, and you just got to roll with it and hope that you don't get sunken down into poverty, because it's a cycle. Anyway, I'd also like to say, I really should be crying about this stuff. I know the other guy was crying, But I did cry for the movie Soul. I had tears in my eyes, and I'm a bit of a stoic guy. I don't have anything against sensitive people either, you know. But yeah, it sucks, and want people of Uber to know that you know. I'm not shelling out propaganda here either. Uber has its pluses and its minuses, and it is a business, a large corporation. So within every corporation, there's a what's it called, a mission statement, and that mission statement is to make money. But they do stuff that helps us out. I mean, there's a time limit for when customers have to respond. I mean, I'm sure there are exceptions because you have to put your food out on doors now, so there might be exceptions for that. But as far as that goes, I just want to give you guys a little slice of life, a little slice of my life. And I don't know, maybe we can find solutions for these kind of problems. If you do have a gun, maybe don't be so keen to, you know, intimidate and, you know, boss people around. It's really a bad day for me. Having to take care of my dad with a broken hip and a broken shoulder. It's very taxing on the mind. It's a really bad day for him to have approached me in such a manner. But I didn't lose my cool, and I didn't really yell at the guy or anything like that. I just, I just carried on. There's not much you can do when somebody's holding the gun at you anyway. He didn't point it at me. It's kind of like the soldier ready position. It was only, from here to here. That's really it's not that hard to get into that position to, put somebody in the dirt. So, alrighty, you guys have a good one. Hopefully, this will go viral. I don't know. The internet is weird, fickle mistress. Is that even, do those things go together? I don't know. Have a good one.